B-list actress Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds are not going to be pleased when they find this out.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all.
Spare no expense. We are not going to be intimidated into settling.
She played with fire, and now she got burned. This isn't gonna end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are caught in a storm, and there's no easy way out. The heat is on, and it's all thanks to Justin Baldwin, who refuses to let this go. This lawsuit isn't fading into the background. It's growing louder, messier, and more intense by the day. Blake can feel the pressure closing in. She knows that if she crumbles, there's no soft landing, just a devastating crash. She's doing everything in her power to keep things from spiraling out of control. But there's just one major problem. Justin isn't here for quiet, behind-the-scenes negotiations. No hush-hush settlements, no sweeping things under the rug. He's making it clear. This battle is going all the way to court, and he's not backing down. His lawyer? Speaking loud and clear on his behalf, making sure the world knows exactly what's at stake. And just like that, the stage is set for a high-stakes legal showdown. Buckle up, because this fight is far from over.
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon. But it's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Blake assumed Justin Baldwin would eventually throw in the towel. After all, taking on a legal battle this big requires serious resources. And on that front, she wasn't wrong. A high-profile courtroom war costs a fortune. And when it comes to financial firepower, Blake and Ryan have the upper hand. Justin? Not so much. At least, that's what Blake thought. What she doesn't realize is that Justin isn't spending a dime on legal fees. In a shocking twist, he's got a billionaire in his corner, footing the entire bill. And just like that, the game has completely changed.
One of the co-founders of Wayfarer, his production company, is Steve Sarowitz. And there's no sorrow with him because Steve Sarowitz is a billionaire.
Blake and Ryan may have had the upper hand in wealth, but thanks to Justin's billionaire ally, Steve Sarowitz, that advantage just vanished. Blake might have dragons, but Justin Baldwin? He has a dragon slayer. In Hollywood, accusations of harassment can destroy a career unless they're completely disproven, and Justin has made it crystal clear. Unless Blake issues an unconditional apology and signs off on an 8-figure settlement, he's taking this fight all the way to the bitter end, just like Johnny Depp did. To make matters worse, Blake's legal team doesn't seem to be playing their cards right. Any good lawyer would advise her to settle, yet she refuses to apologize. Not only that, she won't even consider walking back her claims that Justin is a sexual harasser. Instead, she's doubling down, like her entire career isn't hanging by a thread. At this point, the battle isn't just happening in the courtroom, it's raging in the media. The animosity is real, and neither side is anywhere close to backing down. But let's focus on Justin for a moment. Unlike the typical Hollywood scandal, where stars scramble to protect their image, Justin isn't playing the PR game. He's not hiding. He's not making desperate settlements. He's standing firm, like a man with nothing to fear. He's on a mission to clear his name, and he's making sure no stone is left unturned.
To clear his name. And I think that's what's happening here. I don't think Blake Lively, and certainly Ryan Reynolds, they don't need money from Justin Baldoni. They're A-list celebrities, and they're worth a lot. And same thing, I think Justin Baldoni, obviously money is going to be more important to him, but he's fighting for his survival right now. If you have a reputation in Hollywood as being a harasser, that's a quick way to never make another film here again.
Because let's be real, Hollywood has a habit of tearing people down over mere allegations, and Justin isn't about to let that happen. He's not just fighting for his reputation, he's fighting for his future. More than anything, he wants his good name restored. But that's not all. He wants back in with the talent agency that wasted no time cutting ties with him the second the accusations hit the surface. He was dropped without a second thought, but he's determined to make them regret it.
Justin Baldoni has reportedly been dropped from his talent agency WME after co-star Blake Lively, who is also represented by WME, filed a legal complaint accusing him of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment on set of their blockbuster hit It Ends With Us.
If Justin settles, the world will assume he has something to hide, and that would be the final nail in his career's coffin. He knows it. That's exactly why he's not backing down. And guess what? The courts seem to be on the same page. Justin's legal team has already informed Judge Louis Lahan that any talk of settlement is way too soon. Translation: this case is going to trial. No mediation, no quiet deals, no behind-the-scenes maneuvering. And Judge Lahan, he's in full agreement. The stage is officially set. March 2026 is gearing up to be one of Hollywood's most explosive legal battles. But here's where things get ugly. This lawsuit isn't just a legal nightmare for Blake. It's triggering a full-scale career meltdown. Her once booming hair care brand, the one she was shamelessly promoting during the It Ends With Us tour, it's tanking. Fans are turning their backs, boycotts are gaining traction, and sales are nosediving. Investors? Jumping ship faster than she can spin the narrative. Blake isn't just losing in court, she's losing everywhere. And the worst part? The damage may already be irreversible.
Allegedly, Target is claiming customers are returning Blake Lively's hair care line, Blake Brown, in droves. So they are pulling all of her merchandise off their shelves because they are losing profit.
Blake's credibility is in shambles, and her brand is paying the price. But if you think things couldn't get worse, just wait. Her cocktail line, Betty Buzz, is next on the chopping block. This isn't just a lawsuit anymore. It's a full-blown career collapse, and she's watching it unravel in real time, completely powerless to stop it. And Ryan? Oh, he's feeling the heat too. Disney isn't happy, not even a little bit. If you haven't heard, rumor has it that Ryan took some not-so-subtle jabs at Justin Baldoni in a few Deadpool 3 scenes. Word on the street? The higher-ups didn't find it funny. In fact, they were so unimpressed that Ryan has reportedly been ordered to dial back his signature edgy humor, or he's out. Yep, you heard that right. Imagine Deadpool without Ryan Reynolds. Sounds unthinkable, right? But Disney isn't playing games. They're making it clear. Either he tones it down or he steps aside. Looks like this scandal isn't just wrecking one career. It's taking two down with it.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all. This pettiness, these jokes, this isn't something you joke about. I'm with Justin's lawyer in this. This is a hugely sad thing to discover that Blake and Ryan thought this was worthy fodder to joke about, because I don't find it funny. And I thought we weren't supposed to find it funny. It's not a he said, she said. Why were you cracking jokes about it in the movie? I'm sorry.
But here's where things get even more jaw-dropping. This isn't just about reputations anymore. We're talking serious money. A staggering $400 million.
Actor and director Justin Baldoni has sued his co-star Blake Lively and her husband, Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds, for defamation. Baldoni's suit seeks at least $400 million for damages that include lost future income.
That's the kind of money we're talking about in this lawsuit. And here's the real kicker. Evaluators have already taken a deep dive into Blake and Ryan's finances. If they lose this battle, bankruptcy isn't just a possibility, it's a real threat. Years of building their careers, gone. Just like that. They'd have to start over from scratch, if Hollywood even lets them. But this isn't just a lawsuit anymore. It's doomsday for Blake and Ryan, and the fallout? It's spreading fast. Both are brand ambassadors for some of the biggest companies in the world, but here's the thing, corporations hate bad press. If this lawsuit keeps dragging their names through the mud, those lucrative contracts, gone. Say goodbye to those multi-million-dollar endorsements. At some point, you have to ask, was it worth it? All Blake had to do was apologize. That's it. Swallow her pride, admit she was wrong, and move on. But instead, she doubled down. She thought she could take down Justin. Now it's looking like he's the one taking them down. And he's doing it in the most brutal, legal, and savage way possible. It's hard to see Blake and Ryan walking away from this unscathed. And honestly, they did this to themselves. Stay updated, hit that like button, and subscribe.